Hello and welcome back, folks. Aaron here once more again, and today for all be another loot haul, this time for the month of May. This is basically going to be everything I was able to collect this entire past couple weeks. Now, without further ado, let's dive in with everything I collected. And we're starting off with it's going to be actually one of the few stores I actually do like to go in there, because on occasion they do have some collectible stuff, and this is Walgreens, because on occasion Walgreens does have a good amount of collectibles, especially anime stuff, and I was actually able to pick all of these three Spy Family figures off there, and these are actually on a clearance sale at Walgreens. Well, clearance sale as much as you can. They were actually like $3 each, which is actually not bad at all. Usually these are like priced around like $6 or $7. But I was actually able to get them around like for $3. Apparently they were on clearance sales at Walgreens right there. So what's called, I decided to pick them up, and actually not bad figure. These are little miniature figures of both Your Forger, Anya Forger, and Becky Beckwell. Overall, not bad. There's actually multiple characters here as well, like the dog Bond as well, Lloyd Forger, and the two different Anyas. But overall, not bad figures. Overall, they look pretty great. I do like collecting miniature figures as well, because they're always pretty great. I have a good number of them too. Especially with the last ones that I did were the Gashapon Dragon Ball ones that I did a while back ago. So it's called getting more miniature anime figures always good, because you're basically able to get like a whole collection, which is not bad at all, and build like basically your old collectibles. Now going off from this, we have another figure. This full time, this right here is Analyzer Ability from the Freezing series. I don't know if anybody knows this is actually a anime that premiered like a long time ago, like in mid 2000s, 2010s, and like about 2 seasons. Pretty great. I actually did read the manga, so I probably left off. I think the manga is like what 200 manga chapters right about now. I think the last time I left off when they were like doing the whole big battle right whatnot. Overall, this is a satellite figure of the swimsuit version. This is a 110 scale, which is not bad at all. It's actually an older figure too, because this series did come out like all the way back in the mid 2000s, well 2010s. Because the anime's like in between. It's kind of the same around time with High School DxD and the other animes too, around that era and whatnot. Besides that, pretty nice figure. This is the summer version for her. Overall, not bad at all. You see the figure is all pretty looking good. Now, it's actually two different face weights right there, and you can swap between regular outfit and bikini. Overall, pretty not bad figure. Let's go with the rest of the stuff that I got. And I will say, I did get actually on my adventure, because I did go on an adventure today, or yesterday, depending on how this goes. And I was actually able to pick myself a Figma as well. Actually, a pretty, okay, I won't say cheap Figma, but actually a pretty nice Figma figure as well. Because everyone, to be honest, the other Figmas on there when I went to my anime store were all the other Fate ones, but I kind of already had most of them. Like they had like some Musashi, some Tamamo, Mordred, and everybody else, but I already have their Figmas, and I'll do all the reviews for those guys later on. So I saw this and I was like, you know what, let's pick this up. This right here is Sophia F. Shining, the Bikini Armor version. This is product number 594, or not bad figure as well. As for the Bandit culture, hence the reason why I picked it up. Also not bad price too. Overall, pretty nice figure, and I'll probably do the review for this one actually later down the line. I do have a couple of the other versions as well for these, as well, that I got over the long time when I got most of my other Figmas. So what's it called? We'll do eventually a review of this later down the line. And going from that, we actually have some Pokemon stuff too. Mainly these aren't technically mines, but I did buy these for my sister because we technically went together. And also, what's it called? My sister's, just like me, has become like a modeler now, so she's actually starting to build model kits, mainly Pokemon ones, but it's pretty nice. So she was able, and she's mostly an electric type player, so basically she likes electric type Pokemon. So basically, she ended up picking up this the entry grade model kit for Raikou, which is pretty nice. These are actually simple model kits too, so if you ever do want to pick these one up, these are actually simple, easy. Don't really have to do too much with these model kits. Just snap them, take them out the runners, snap them together, and bim bam boom, you're basically done, and you'll basically have your completed legendary Pokemon, or whichever Pokemon you get. Overall, this is pretty nice. Basically, right here, basically tells you the simple process. Take them out the runner, put them together, and boom, final product. And like I mentioned before, with a lot of these entry grades, or these these are basic entry grades. And what I mentioned before with a lot of these entry grades, you really don't need any nippers or tools. Basically, just come out the runner, and you're pretty good right there. Overall, pretty nice. And besides that, once you did to pick another legendary Pokemon as well, this one right here is the Nano Block Zapdos. Because she basically like old school Pokemon, and Zapdos is one of her original favorite ones. and it's actually pretty nice. I can't wait when she builds this. I'll probably do the reviews after she's done building them afterwards. But it's pretty fun. I actually did kind of want to get some of the other ones for myself, but what's it called? There wasn't some Pokemon I wanted. I did kind of want to ground on because on the display that they had for them, they had some of the other legendary Pokemon, but they didn't have them in stock, which was kind of sad. Same thing with Kamen Rider, because I saw some Kamen Rider model kits on the displays, but they didn't have them. I was thinking, yeah, 2 of the ones I did have, but not the other ones. We'll order them probably online. So going from the Pokemon ones, actually another thing too about that anime store, they actually did have a One Piece section. Basically, they had a whole there's a whole dedicated area section for One Piece, where basically you have the card games, basically to open boxes and basically play against other people. And I was able to pick up this structure deck right here. This is the One Piece card game starter deck Uta, which is not bad at all. Granted, they also had the 25th anniversary on it, and I was tempted to get and whatnot, but it was pretty pricey, and I was like, I was not going to drop down like $113 for it. I know people are going to probably price that up later down the line, which the people there who were trying to sell it to me were basically saying, it's like, probably should get it now before it goes up in price later down the line. But I was like, yeah, but I'm kind of on a budget right now, and I don't feel like spending that much. But overall, I did pick the structure deck, because I am getting into One Piece. I do have my Yamato deck, which I'll probably do a review of that one later down the line. But again, I'm slowly building up these One Piece structure decks, with actually getting into them. Also with my Digimon ones as well. But yeah, pretty nice. I'll probably do the unboxing review of this one later down the line as well. So we'll probably see this in a later video in the next couple of weeks or so. And then last but not least, and my favorite, because I finally was able to pick up, first things first, dun, 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 dun. As we all know, I am a Godzilla fan. I was able to pick up this Space Godzilla. Oh, I am so happy. You do not know how much happiness I was when I saw this. This is basically almost exactly the same figure models that I've shown in my previous Godzilla figure videos. The old 2004 ones, though they're a little bit much more different, but these are basically almost the exact same thing, at least with design-wise and whatnot. And I was so happy. I hate that I didn't have the money to spend on more, because they had so many more. Oh, but I had to pick 2. And one of them was Space Godzilla, and I've been wanting a Space Godzilla figure for like so long, since I was a kid. As Godzilla for Space Godzilla is actually one of my favorites, and actually it's kind of funny to actually now think about it, since what's it called? I got another Zilla Jr. I might do some battle poses or battle pics with those, since I do have more of the crystals to play with. But yeah, I got my hands on Space Godzilla, and I'm pretty happy about this. He is in a little baggage as well, so it's pretty much it. You can basically see how he is, basically. Just put together, just the baggage just being reflected by the light. But overall, it's actually pretty great. I'll probably do a little bit more in-depth review of this guy there down the line. But legit, I am so happy I got this. I was so happy when I saw this. You did not... if you know your inner child basically smiling big, that's basically me. And then the last I did say I get two Godzilla figures. And the last one was one I've been wanting for also a long time too. Dun, 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 dun. And my favorite, and personally one of the best Godzillas, it is Burning Godzilla. That's right, folks. Finally got my hands on the Heisei era Godzilla, though in its final end form right here in its burning mode, which I do love. You can see right here, there's Godzilla in the in-between stages of his burning mode before he goes into full meltdown mode. This is basically when he's going to power up, or in the beginning series. This is between Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which is also one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time, because it brings back the enemy for it. He's basically the original weapon that took out the original Godzilla, which was the Oxygen Destroyer. And then we have Godzilla right here in full meltdown mode, because he's kind of like a reactor. Because Godzilla here is kind of like a nuclear reactor. He's overheating and basically just reaching meltdown mode. But yeah, I am so happy I was able to pick this one too, because in my Godzilla collection, I do not have a Heisei era Godzilla. I have a Showa era Godzilla. I have a Millennium era Godzilla. I have Final Wars. I have Legendary. But I do not. And I do have a Zilla too, because I don't know if I've shown the Zilla one yet, but I do have a Godzilla, well, a Zilla figure as well. But I've never had a Heisei era Godzilla, and like, it always irked me. Well, I mean, technically speaking, I technically did have a Heisei era Godzilla, but that's considered Millennium era, because it's the Ghost Godzilla, which is the original Godzilla, so I don't consider that Heisei era. So I never had a Heisei era Godzilla, so I'm finally happy I finally have one. Even if this is the burning version of Godzilla, I still don't mind. It's still a Heisei era, and it's something I've been wanting for like so long. And I'm kind of glad I finally found one in this figure style that I used to have my other one. So yeah, the other ones too that I did see up there. One of them was King Ghidorah, two versions of King Ghidorah. The one that we usually see in the Heisei era one, and then the other one, which is I think the four-legged one. I wish if I had more of the money, but I will be going back, and if I do go back and you still have them, I'm definitely buying them. And the other ones were three other versions of Godzilla. Two of them were kind of like the manga comic book version ones, and another one was the legendary one, which I'm going to be honest, kind of didn't like because eventually I will do the review for my legendary Godzilla one, which I got as a birthday present for my mom. Uh, I will show you guys that one, and I probably will buy that one if I do get the chance to. But yeah, but that is it for the last of my loot haul. Overall, pretty nice. I am so happy with this. The inner child of me, the one who's been a Godzilla fan for a long time, is very happy with this. And I will do the review for this guy as well later down the line. Now let's go with the end of this. And with that, folks, that is all of it for my basic loot haul for the month of May. Overall, pretty not bad. Got some sexy anime waifus, got some cheapy minifigures, got some cards, got some Pokemon figures, model kits that my sister is going to be building, and I finally got my hands on 2 Godzilla figures I've been wanting for a long time since I was basically a little kid, and the fact that I finally have them now, I'm really so happy about that. But yeah, that is it for this review. That is it for this loot haul. If you did enjoy this, please consider dropping a like, share, and subscribe. As I always really appreciate it, folks. And as always, have a nice day. This is I, Power Arden, signing out, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See you guys.